everybody, so today we're going to be doing Ask Danielle. I also do have some slightly bad news about the questions that you guys left me yesterday on the Insta stories. I thought I took screenshots of them, but it didn't work. One question that I don't remember who it's from that was part of the Insta stories that got lost was, would I ever consider being a surrogate? Now, I thought this was such an interesting and juicy question. That's why I decided to start with that. So my straightforward answer is no. I would not want to be a surrogate, like, at all. Like, it's just not something I don't feel like I would ever be able to physically, mentally, or emotionally pull off. I admire people who can do that. I think it's such a great thing you could do for somebody, but at the end of the day, no, I do not feel like I would be a good fit as a surrogate. Next is from Gunitas Zimanska. Apart from being a mom and a doula, do you want to be any other dream job? Maybe you have a goal that is big, you don't believe it will ever happen. Are you proud of yourself so far? Yeah. I have a lot of goals that I wonder if I will ever fulfill them. You know, I also got another question asking how I stand in terms of becoming a midwife. And I'm not really sure some days anymore. I think, you know, I've given it a lot of thought because now I have 3 kids and it's just, it sounds like a very, very unpredictable, hard to manage job with when you kind of enjoy being kind of a soccer mom type of person, like I kind of do. Like, I prefer to be really involved in my kids' lives, and I feel like being a midwife and having 3 kids would just make me crazy, to be honest. Part of me genuinely feels like it's also just the study, because as a midwife, you know, you can take time off if you want to, like, go on maternity leave and stuff like that. I think studying something as intense as midwifery, because it's like very hands-on, there's shifts, night shifts and stuff like that, it's like something that I really don't feel like I'm going to be jumping into anytime soon, and I don't know if I ever will. There are a lot of things I've always wanted to do. When I was studying in San Francisco for a little while, I wanted to be a nutritionist, and I do like studying. I really did enjoy my very short university life that I had before we decided to move to Germany. So I definitely have goals, and it's just kind of hard to figure out what they are, and I think sometimes when you have kids it's hard to figure out who you are. And I do enjoy being a doula a lot, and I like that I have control over that, and I like that I have sort of the availability to pick and choose my timing when it comes to when I want to turn my business on and off. You know what I mean? Like, I can do like full-on mom thing, and I can go and start getting myself out there in the world and feeling like I'm helping people. That's really, really important to me. So honestly, like, at the end of the day, I just want to do something that helps people, it seems, and I also want to do what's best for me and best for my family. And while my kids are little, I just want to enjoy it, because I feel like at the end of the day, the one thing that I am going to, you know, never regret, like when I'm in my grave, is spending time with my children. You know, there's not going to be one, if there's going to be one thing that I am the most happy that I did, is that I was able to provide my kids with all of my emotional support, and I was able to be there for them 100% when they were in those most delicate ages, and that I was able to take all of that in. Okay, this is a good question by Kathy Evelyn. How does your family budget for holidays, and what are some tips on finding great holiday locations for families? So, budgeting. I wish I was better at that. That's one of those things that I've been like having on my to-do list to get better at, is like budgeting and like just looking at where the money's going, you know what I mean? Really, I just try not to buy a lot of like stuff for myself. We kind of like to look at the YouTube as sort of like spending money in a way. So we like to spend it on holidays, or we like to spend it on, or I like to spend it on things for myself, you know what I mean? Or for the kids, like clothes, or just like kind of the things that aren't necessarily like staples in our lives. That's kind of where YouTube income comes in, because I don't really earn enough to make a living out of it or anything. So it's kind of like spending money. I've heard a lot of families, they start like a little jar where they put like extra money that they find in their wallet or that they find like, you know, under the couch or just whatever, like whether it's pennies or quarters, or maybe at the end of the week you have a goal that you just want to save 20 bucks a week each person, and then you can put it into the family vacation jar. Me and my family did that actually when I was younger. I would just say also like try holidays that are more local. There's so much beauty around you. Like we travel long distances probably once or twice a year, but most of our holidays, that some of the best ones are the ones that are literally just right next door, like an hour away. And sometimes they're more relaxing anyway, especially with a lot of kids in terms of packing and stuff like that. If you live in Europe, and it just depends on where you live, camping is always a good option. We're pretty laid back travelers. Like to us, what's most important is the location and that everybody's having a good time, and usually has something to do with connecting with nature or learning something about the culture around there. It's not about the hotel for us. I mean, sometimes it's kind of fun, but it's not always about the hotel or about buying really expensive food, and we just try to keep it practical. And if we do travel and we're not camping, we tend to rent apartments instead of renting hotel rooms, because you can make your own food, so you can save a lot of money on food making it at home. Plus, as a vegan, it's a lot easier anyway because there's not always options. I have 2 questions by Sun Moon Stars. Hi Danielle, how does your day look like? When do you get up? When do you go to sleep? When does Darian sleep? Does hubby help with the household a lot? So Darian, his days are still a little bit jibber-jambered, and I've just kind of decided to be okay with that. I just feel like he's a very unpredictable little dude, and that's okay. And this time is just so short. This first year, I don't really put him under any strict routine. I just kind of go with the flow, but generally speaking, we get up around 8:30 after a night of waking up quite a lot, and then he goes for a nap around lunchtime, and then he sleeps from lunchtime till 1, 2, or 3 o'clock, depending on what his mood is like that day. The days where he sleeps till 3 o'clock are just like, whoa, party. He's sleeping right now in this room, actually. And yeah, then he's awake again, and he usually gets a little bit fussy and tired around 6 or 7, so he usually takes like a nap in my husband's stomach while my husband does the dishes, which leads into another question. Does hubby help with the household? He does. He is an amazing father, and he has helped me so much with household. Like, he doesn't like leave it all to me at all. Like, he understands that taking care of kids is work in and of itself. Like, he doesn't expect me to be all together all the time, especially in this first year. It's really intense, and he knows how intense Darian is, but my husband's always been really good with the household, and I would even say he's more on top of things sometimes than I am when it comes to the household. He does like the laundry regularly as well now, so that's really, really awesome. He does the dishes in the evening. Obviously I do them throughout the day, and I try to like wash a lot of the dishes as I cook if I have time to. That way he doesn't have that much dishes in the evening, if you know what I mean. Yes, my husband does help with the household. I don't think I would survive without my family support or any babysitting if he didn't, to be honest. So I'm definitely lucky for that. But yeah, then Darian usually is awake from like, I don't know, I want to say 8 until 9:30, and then he's out for the day. Or should I say he's ready for his nightly wakings. All right, next is by Mrs. Paula Castro. How do you keep yourself motivated to film with your life full scheduled with babies? I just really, really like talking to you guys. I like creating a community. I take time off when I need to take time off, because obviously, as you guys can see, I don't have a lot of help apart from the fact that my husband's awesome, but he's not here all day. He works obviously a full-time job, and he also has a mini commute. He gets up pretty early, and he manages to get home at a pretty good time though. So, you know, I just really enjoy it. I think that it's a lot of fun, and I like looking back on these videos. I mostly like looking back at the vlogs, because I get to look back at how my kids have grown and how our lives have changed. But I like filming these too, because I figure one day it will be interesting to look back. It's like a video diary, like what were my thoughts like, what was my life like, what was I like. I decided to watch a video that was suggested to me. It was my video in YouTube, and it was my eating disorder story from when I was a teenager. When I was 14, I had anorexia, and like starve myself basically, I decided to rewatch it, and I'm just like really amazed with how far I feel like I've come with my body image. Like I feel like I still struggle with that, but not anywhere near as much as I seemed to back then. Like I could just tell in my face and in my voice, and I can remember like how I felt filming that video, and now I feel like I'm in a much better place with it. So that was really interesting. So it's definitely just very fun to see how I'm evolving, how the family's evolving, and it's like a diary. All right, this is probably going to be the last question that I'm going to take, and this is by Puppin Healthy Body. Darian is such a happy baby. Seems like he is smiling since birth. Do you think his sunny disposition helped you get through postpartum? Absolutely. I mean, he is one of the most cheerful little characters. His smile, like literally, he's got the best little wide grin, and it's just he totally makes the sleepless nights completely worth it. Like he is just an angel baby. He is so perfect. All of my kids, I am so grateful for them. I'm just so amazed at how like full on but also like content he is. It's a very interesting combination. Like he's so well-rounded, if you know what I mean. And it's just how he is. It's just his personality, and I'm glad that I feel like I'm making him happy. Like I feel like he's really happy with his life, and I'm happy that I have been able to make him feel so comfortable and so loved, and I'm so happy to be his mom. Like I know how lucky I am. So today has been one of those reflection gratitude days, that's for sure. I'm definitely feeling it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will film some more videos very soon. Bye. Pick a place and there we'll go. Work this jungle like a pro and